Okay, I'd like to welcome you all here tonight for our last board meeting of the 2025 school year. Today is Monday, December 15th. We met earlier this evening for closed session, so we are now coming out of recess. And we will go ahead and begin with a moment of silence if you'd like to join us. Thank you. We will now do the Pledge of Allegiance. There it is. Please join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I feel like I'm missing something tonight. I've figured out it's the microphone. We don't have a microphone in front of us this evening, and that's nice. We're not going to have to remember, but board members do speak loudly when you are speaking. Hopefully you all you give a little wave if you need us to pipe up. The first thing we have tonight are some school board member recognitions. Dr. Shiplitz is going to be presenting.
Thank you, Chair Hurst and board members. Tonight, I would like to recognize Chair Sarah Hurst for her service as the chair of the school board this year. On behalf of our entire school division, I want to express my sincere appreciation to Chair Hurst for her steady leadership and unwavering commitment to our students, staff, and community. Her ability to guide thoughtful discussions, build consensus, and keep the focus on what's best for children has strengthened our work and our outcomes. We are grateful for your service and leadership. And I know Mr. Cross is not with us, but I would still also like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Matt Cross for his service to Rockingham County Public Schools. As Matt concludes his service, I want to thank him for his unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of our students and staff. His passion for school safety was evident in every discussion and decision, and his advocacy has helped strengthen our schools and our community. Under his service on the school board, we added additional SROs, hired a director of school safety, and installed security cameras on school premises. I thank Matt for his dedicated service and his strong advocacy for school safety. His commitment to protecting students and staff has helped add additional layers of safety to all of our schools. Thank you, Mr. Cross.
Dr. Shiplitz. We'll move into public comments at this time. We have two people who have signed up. I think this is Lauren Pierce. Did I get your name right? Is that right? So, have you spoken before?
Back in October.
So you're familiar, 3 minutes.
Yes.
30-second warning. All right, you can begin whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. I would like to ask the school board to respond to the district's performance on the Virginia School Performance and Support Framework, which was released recently. As we know, standardized test scores don't tell the full story. And as I understand it, this framework from the Virginia Department of Education also takes into account trends in the test scores, chronic absenteeism, career and college readiness, and graduation rates. And again, as I understand it, the overall category rating also takes into account low-income student performance as per the Federal Every Student Succeeds Act. I'm bringing this up because I can't help but notice that not a single elementary or middle school in the district received the top rating out of 4, which 23% of schools statewide did. Only 6 of the elementary schools in Rockingham County are classified as on track, 3 elementary schools, Cub Run, Elkton, and Pleasant Valley, received the lowest rating of needs intensive support. The rest of the elementary schools are classified as off track. As a parent, this concerns me. I'd like to ask the board and leadership for their thoughts and, more importantly, your response to this. If you think the rating is inaccurate, could you explain on what grounds? If you think it reflects perhaps imperfectly shortcomings, how are they going to be addressed? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Terry Smith.
Good evening. I just came here to appreciate my support for Matt Cross, what he's done for the past 4 years, and also for all of you, what you've done. It's not an easy job. I know you put a lot of time and effort into it, and I just want to know I appreciate you, your work all of you have done. I continue on the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. That now concludes our public comments. We have one action item for this evening. This will be a quick agenda this evening, actually. Right into action items, the personnel listing. Dr. Shiflett.
Yes, Chair Hurst and board members, I recommend approval of the personnel listing dated December the 15th, 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Shiflett. Board members, do we have a motion to follow? I move we follow the recommendation of the superintendent. Thank you, Ms. McCoy. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Cave. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All those opposed say no. Motion passes 4-0. Now moving on to information items, we have an emergency load response program presentation by, and I hope I get your name right and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Mark Lozinski.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I get it?
Good job.
Thank you. I may have called the clerk in advance.
Dr. Shiflett, Chairman Hurst, members of the board, want to talk to you about something that the maintenance department has been involved with since 2016. One of our building automation system contractors came to us with this program. They called it demand response back then. Okay. And right now we got involved with it. We started slow, but now we just kind of want to inform you what it's about. It's emergency load response. What it does is it helps maintain the stability of the electrical grid that is managed by PJM, right? It helps prevent the loss of power in the service area, okay? And the loss of power or the loss of the upsetting of the grid can come by hot weather, cold weather in the extremes, okay? It can come by loss of power from equipment, and it can go in day or night. So it's not an easy thing to balance out, but that's what this program tries to do. It tries to help PJM balance the grid in emergency conditions, all right? There's another party involved with it, and this is Voltus. They are the curtailment service provider. In other words, they take the information from PJM and they give us a phone call and said, we need your help, okay? Not only do they do the administrative end of it, but they issue the payments to Rockingham County Schools for our participation in. All right. Overview of PJM, it's a regional transmission organization, and there are several of these transmission organizations across the United States. This one covers the colored area that you see. Covers 13 states, the District of Columbia. It serves 61 million people and manages 62,000 miles of transmission lines. Okay, and those are the electrical companies that it serves. Those are also part of the program. Okay, PJM is a major player in it. They manage the grid. Okay, The second party involved is Voltus. Voltus is on new this year, okay? The state changed the contract. It's a state contract for this service. The state issues the contract, so we're all covered by it, all right? Voltus is a tail services provider, okay? So it administers the response. They do the phone calling, they give us the notice of when the activity needs to take place, all right? So they provide the communication. They need to understand our operations and what we're capable of doing. So we'll go through a load test once a year, so they know, hey, we can contribute this much in reducing the load to help stabilize the grid. Okay, so CPS, the tail service provider, Voltus, has the infrastructure to implement this whole process. All right, so what they do, what happens is we get an automated phone call from Voltus that says, you need to shut the system down, our HVAC equipment down within 30 minutes. They give us 30 minutes to do it, okay? Then we wait for the automated phone call to end the process, and that is a maximum of 2 hours. And this is voluntary. We don't necessarily have to do it. It depends on our conditions. There are times where we have done it, okay? And generally the response will be, we'll get a phone call from one of the schools that says, my air conditioner went off, what happened? But it's never been, we're cold, we're hot. Everything works fine because it's only 2 hours. So we do a real good job of that. And we're very conscious of when we do it, okay, and the conditions with which we do it. All right, so that's the emergency load response program. The synchronous reserve program, it's another program that they initiate, but it's kind of a troubleshooting thing, and it only lasts 15 minutes. They give us 10 minutes to shut it down, and it lasts only for 15 minutes. Another emergency thing to help balance the grid out. All right. There's another program, energy efficiency. We are not deeply involved with this because we do these things when we renovate a project. In other words, when we renovate Wayland, or we renovated John C. Myers, we were able to get information from our engineers that let us submit the paperwork to get funds for energy efficiency. So they also provide that as a funding source for us. Okay, the schools that participate in these programs, we started out with Peakview, Plains, South River, and Turner Ashby High School. The reason those schools were chosen is because of the electrical loads. All right, all these schools are some of our top electrical loads, so we can contribute to that reduction. Okay, so it just makes sense that these are part of the program. This is all done through our building automation system. In other words, I get the call, I sit at the desk, and I program the schedules for those 13 buildings and the central energy plant, and we do it all from these two building automation systems, Metasys and Facilities Explorer. The benefits, well, we started in the fall of 2016 with 4 schools. From the first 4, we're up to 13 schools in the central energy plant. Over that time period, we've generated over $400,000 back to the school system. That is what we're doing to help balance the load and kind of make a little money for Rockingham County Public Schools.
Great. Thank you for your presentation. Board members, do you have any questions?
How come it's just these 13 schools?
It's just the 13 schools because of their electrical loads, okay? They are some of our highest, they are the highest loads, electrical loads, okay? The only other two that we've been trying to get is Elton Middle School, but we have a little difficulty with the Elton Utility Company down there. So we've tried to chase them and get them on board because they have gauges that they put in the building to measure that electrical load on a very timely manner.
So like Hilliard is on the list, so they don't have a very big load, right? Or am I seeing?
Hilliard's on the second column.
Oh, because I'm looking for J. Frank Hilliard, not just Hilliard. Okay.
Sorry.
So it's just, but it has more to do with the size of the school then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mark, how often are you doing the 2-hour shutdowns in a given year?
Basically, we've done the test. They test the load, okay? And they say, when we call the shutdown, this is the load that you can contribute, okay? I think we've had one or two that have been actual events. One of them was last year, they called, but we were on Christmas vacation or winter break and couldn't respond to it.
Right. Yeah, just to give you all, this is something that's happening like every week. We're not turning off the HVAC for hours at a time. It's just,
Oh, we wouldn't have heard about it.
we get paid just based on the testing. As long as we prove we can test, we get our payments for this, for being participating.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And if they call it, then we'll get paid more if we participate. We get paid, be part of, prove it by the test, and then if there's any additional calls, then we can get paid more.
You get paid additionally. Okay.
And are there certain times that they're not allowed to call? Like, because you're not always at your desk, right? Or does somebody else cover it during the night?
It doesn't normally happen during the evening hours. It happens.
It's not going to happen tonight? Okay.
It should
Or
not
last
happen.
night?
Prime time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because everybody else is asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
It's
can't.
happening with
We're not
electricity
using much load, so we
Mhm.
can't.
You
And
can't,
they
you've got it on bare bones already at night, so,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So it's mainly, for us, it's mainly a heating or a cooling issue. It's a summertime thing. So,
But we did get one during the wintertime, the extreme, but like I said, we couldn't respond to it because
and so what caused that?
it was just low temperatures, hard, a winter storm came through.
Mhm.
If I recall, we had maybe it was maybe not this past August, but the August before, we had one during the peak hours, right at the end of the school day, and it didn't really impact it too much, right? But I think we
Yeah.
cut it off around 1 or something, so.
The building kind of just goes.
Yeah, the building kind of coasted to the end of the school day, so it wasn't, I don't think it's a major disruption to the school day for this couple of hours, right? And it's not happening very often, and we're generating revenue for participating, so.
Cool. Any other questions?
Will we be able to put the new technical center on this program, do we think?
Depends on the loads.
More than likely.
More than likely.
Okay.
The key thing that allows us to do it is our building automation systems. It allows us then to go in basically the 2 different points and put it in, and it then automatically does the shutdown stuff for us.
And will we be able to take advantage of some of the EE projects
Yes, as
for the new technical center?
Yeah, as we, like, we're very often, with the information, although we're not changing the children, but the difference in efficiencies in the equipment, we get, and we'll get us much better.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah.
Appreciate it. The next item on our list is item number 8, superintendent comments. So Dr. Schiffler?
Yeah, very good. So, just 3 updates or highlights for you. First, the winner of our employee perfect attendance for November was Robin Dean. She works in the cafeteria at Spotswood High School. So I substituted for her today, and assisted the ladies in the cafeteria with preparing and serving the meals. Cafeteria manager Kelly does a great job leading her team. I work closely with Brittany, so like she and I were partners, but also Rose, Brandy, and Carrie helped me out. It was a busy day, but a wonderful day. I really enjoyed it, and now I have a better appreciation what all the components that goes into preparing meals for our students. So that was good. We'll do it again for the month of December. So in January, I'll be out doing some other role for some other employee in Rockingham County Public Schools. So it's been really good so far. I've been a custodian, I've been a bus driver, and now food service worker. So we'll see what comes up next. Also want to let the board know that I should probably say Dr. Amy Painter has completed the overnight chaperone field trip training module. And so we have shared this with our principals, and then they will work with our teachers who are going on overnight trips to ensure that the chaperones complete the training and then have their background check completed. And I do appreciate Mrs. Lore. She shared some ideas for some areas that we should address in the training module. She's been on a number of overnight field trips. And again, I want to thank Dr. Amy Painter for creating the actual training slide deck. And there's a quiz that accompanies the training. So you have to take the training, then pass the quiz, and then you kind of move on to the next level, which is getting your background check. And then the last thing, I actually have a request for the board. Per board policy, 12-month employees are off on December the 24th, Christmas Eve, and December the 25th, Christmas Day. And since this is a Wednesday and Thursday this year, the way the calendar plays, I'm requesting that the school board allow 12-month employees an additional holiday of Friday, December the 26th this year.
So moved.
Yeah. All those in favor say, or
Well,
is
is there discussion?
Is there discussion? I advocated for the next Friday off as well. Larry said, we'll get into I
Me
was trying to give
too.
them all kinds of days.
Me too.
Well,
So
my only, I'm not opposed to it. I'm a 12-month employee, right? People, but that is a flex teacher workday.
oh yeah.
So I felt like that may not be the best message.
Right.
So that's why I thought a wonderful gesture would be to give an additional day on Friday, December the 26th. So that's all I was asking for.
Yeah.
Do our 12-month employees, they don't get that flex day, do they?
No, they would have to, we don't know, that applies to
12 months tend to have more vacation days available to them.
Correct.
And look, we basically told the others, you have to take vacation on the 28th, right? Like our teachers have to take vacation that day. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Any other questions?
by giving them this day, if an employee says, hey, I'd like to be off this full 2 weeks, they would have to take 5 vacation days. And so that's pretty nice.
Okay.
It's very generous if the board would be willing to do that.
All those in favor of allowing 12-month employees an additional holiday of Friday, December 26th this year, please say yes.
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 All those opposed say no. Motion passes 4-0. Anything else, Dr. Shiflett?
Dr. Painter, will you adjust front line?
Yeah.
So it's a vacation day for everybody but Dr. Painter. Sorry.
The next thing we have, or the final thing we have this evening, our school board highlights, questions, and comments, and we'll begin with Ms. Keith this evening.
Well, I had some comments that I was going to make for my good friend and fellow school board member, Matt Cross, but I think I'm going to save those and just push them out on my Facebook page, on my school board page, so that I know that it will never disappear. And then other than that, I've been to some of the musicals. I was at Spotswood, Frozen, amazing. Where else? Have we talked about Elf?
Elf. Yeah.
Elf at Montevideo.
Those are all the musicals.
Today I was at Elkton Elementary School, and I missed you, Sharon, but I saw you from afar. And that was really good. And Miss Nallman's doing some really good work there with her music in elementary school, and just a really good time, my favorite time of year. So, well, because, you know, the holidays, actually I prefer the hot weather in the summertime, but Christmas is good. But I think that's everything. I feel like it's a very, very busy time of year, but all good.
Thank you, Ms. Cave. Ms. Laura?
So I wanted to say that I enjoyed the musicals. They were amazing. Except for when I inhaled a snowflake, but I mean, I had great seats, so yay, I got to, it was so cool. But, between coming to this side of, or to the east side of the county for, musicals and the band concert, which was also really, really good. I've also spent a lot of time with fruit and FFA. And bacon, and we butchered, and I actually smell of bacon right now, so sorry. But we're doing all the fun stuff with FFA, and if you need some fruit, let me know, because we still have a source. So, but yes, just Merry Christmas to everybody. Looking forward to the new year.
Ms. Burgoyne?
Oh, yes, I forgot we had this meeting, so I posted it on my social media page, but, Friday, Broadway High School came to my kids' school at Linville, and the choir sang, and it was awesome. They're so talented. The kids loved it. They sang a lot of songs the kids knew, so they were singing and having a really good time. And then after they left, one of the teachers said, "We need to do this every year. It just puts you in like a good spirit," and it was beautiful. Friday night, I took my daughter to Frozen, and that was awesome. Everything was really cool, and I was talking to some parents, you know, there were some special effects that all the credit goes to the people working behind the curtain, you know? So there were some things that my daughter was like amazed when her dress changed to her ice dress, and you know, that was all set design and the people who do costumes and things like that. So it really, for me, you could see how everybody kind of worked together and all came together for everybody to have a great time, and it was amazing. And then my daughter and I, every year we do Wreaths Across America and go to Woodbine Cemetery and lay wreaths down. And there were like a handful of Girl Scouts and just a couple Boy Scouts. And I thought this is going to be a huge task for these little kids, right? They're all elementary, maybe some middle school. And then Easter Hawk Track and Field showed up. And I have not seen anybody, like big kids, as my daughter calls them, no big kids have really shown up that weren't Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. And so it was really cool to see all these Easter Hawk kids come in. I started seeing their shirts, so I went over, I was like, "Where are you guys from?" And they're like, "Easter Hawk Track and Field." So I thought that was really cool. We always talk about patriotism and doing things around those holidays and, you know, Veterans Day and things like that. But I thought this was a cool event because you can be patriotic all year long and honor those people. So if anybody wants to come pick the wreaths up, we also do that, and that's a lot of fun. And a big undertaking. So if you want to, let me know. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. Burgoyne. I will round out this evening's comments, sort of addressing our public speaker a little bit, because what I wanted to say was, you know, the SOL data has been released, and it's time to start digging in to the data and start looking at what those numbers tell us. And I think there's a lot to look at. So I've already asked Dr. Shiflett to prepare, have Cheryl Estep come and present to the board all of the data. There's a lot of schools to review. And so I think the other thing that we need to do as a board is last year, we put in our 5-year comprehensive plan. I think it's time to take a look at that again. I think it's a good thing to keep that in front of us, take a look at what we said our plan was. Are we on track with that plan? And the data also plays into that. And that's, it's all going to be very timely because it's budget season. So it's time to start looking at how we need to, which schools need different resources, which schools need more resources. It's just, it'll all be very timely. So I would look for more information for the public forthcoming in probably January and February. We'll be having lots of discussions about that. It's unusually late this year. The data releases are usually I mean, most schools, you know, individual data within 24 hours or within a couple of days, but by school and getting all of that information. Usually that's August, September. This year with the new standards and the new things that the state was doing, it's just taken a good bit more time. When I was at the SBMA conference in the middle of November, the Secretary of Education for the Department of Ed was there, and she explained that it was coming. It was coming soon, and they knew it was late, and she apologized for that, but they wanted to make sure they had all of the data correct, especially with new standards and new targets coming out. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to disaggregate the data and dig into it, but we're not going to hide from it. If there are some areas that need some attention, we're definitely going to take a look at that. That's something that I'm definitely looking forward to digging into. The other thing I want to bring up to the board is we have a policy, AFA. It's called School Board Self-Evaluation. It's a policy in our manual that says every year we will evaluate ourselves as a board, not individually, right? So we're not giving, evaluations of each other, but giving an evaluation of how this board is functioning and operating. And it says we'll do that annually, and we have not done that. So
I was just looking at Ms. Cave, I'm like, I did not know we had that policy.
I asked Ms. Gilkison if there was a form, it came across, I was looking into things and I realized that we didn't do that my first year on the board. And so I was asking our clerk if she had a form or something that the board had previously used, to which she said nothing existed. It didn't seem like this was something. So we have a policy, but I don't think it's a bad idea for us to provide feedback, how we're operating as a board. And so I think we should probably talk about that more. I'm just putting it out there for you all to know. Maybe if you all are okay with it, I'll be glad to look into some models that other school divisions use for evaluating, and maybe put together some options for us to look at our January 12th meeting. Is that what would you all like to do with that policy?
Well, I was just looking, it's a 2019 VSBA policy, so I think that we should look at it, update it, decide if we even still want it or if we want to do something better.
Yeah, look
or
into it, see if
whatever.
you can.
Yeah.
See what you can
It's what
find
we
out.
need to tweak or something.
I think we should make it an RCPS policy. That would be.
Well, I think so.
It would include a form.
To include a form that we're actually going to use and implement. And
hold accountable
when
for
you
it.
get a chance, take a look at policy AFA, because that's what I'm referring to. Okay, well, I don't have anything further for this evening. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and joining us. It is a very chilly evening. Drive safe, and thank you all for joining us, and Merry Christmas. It's almost time. This meeting is adjourned.
Charlotte, you've been spectacular. I think your dad owes you some treat or some form, like